Hello friends, and welcome to another unboxing and review. Today we'll be looking at the Dark Alliance Half-Orcs set. The second set, Infantry. The first set being Pikemen, this being Swords and Shields Infantry. So, let's have another look at Christopher Lee holding a 17th century grenade. Beautiful. I could have it blown up as a poster, I would put it on my wall. So yeah, 44 figures, 11 poses. So 11 figures on a sprue, 4 sprues. So that's the front. Let's flip it over. So, as we can see, we get a command section in this box, something that was missing in the first set of Pike Infantry. So we've got a drummer, we've got a standard bearer and a hornblower. We've got 2 missile troops, 4 swords and shields, and 2 double-handed axemen. So, yeah, I'd say that pros is good. We've got a command set. You can stick them with your pikes and then, flesh them out, or you can, base them separately and have them leading your orcs or half-orcs or whatever, or even, they double up, paint them in flesh tone. They just look like fantasy warriors. The sword poses are pretty decent. You've got them, pretty lively, pretty dynamic. They're all in the charge going into the fray. And, well, there's they're more tokens, really, these archers. I mean, it's a shame because they're quite well sculpted and quite detailed, but you won't really be able to make a decent element of ranged skirmishers with this set. Not through one box alone, anyway. You'll get 8 figures in a box to make some missile troops, which is just not enough. So, minimum, you'd need 2 boxes, and that leaves you with 8 command sections, so yeah, make of that what you will. So yeah, these are more 1/72nd scale figures. These ones made in Ukraine, and I think Dark Alliance is an imprint of Redbox. So let's actually have a look at the plastic itself. And here we have it. So you can see that it's like a bar sprue where the plastic's injected through the middle and it flows out. Pretty basic, pretty bare bones, cottage industry style stuff, but hey, what are you going to do? It's there. So let's actually have a bit of a closer look. We've got the swordsman over here. He looks pretty decent, his face is well sculpted. He's got a cool, kind of like it looks like a cloth, or a leather mask as his facial protection. He's got greaves, he's got plate armor, and like a rough skirt. He's got a shield, which is quite nicely modelled. You can make out his fingers and his digits. Then you got the standard bearer. And, yeah, he looks pretty good. You could stick him with your pikes, and he does stand, about half a head taller than the others, so you can make out the distance. The sculpts, they're pretty good, to be honest. Not amazing, not Citadel quality by any means, but definitely, you'll be surprised when you unbox these at how well they are actually detailed. They clearly did put effort into these figures. So yeah, we've got the hornblower, who's really good. He's fun to paint, and I must say that compared to the pikesmen, because you're not dealing with so many lumps of wood, they are actually quite interesting and fast to paint. You can knock a figure out in about, 20-25 minutes, depending on how detailed, how far down the rabbit hole you're going to go. And these figures I've already cleaned up a little bit, so you'll still see some flash, but that's because of this type of plastic. It really doesn't cut clean and it doesn't cut fast. So this is the other side. So yeah, all the command section are all armed with swords. And here's a crossbowman with a rather interesting sort of Middle Earth take on a lobster hat and a lobster helm. So pretty cool. He's got mail. He's very well armoured for a skirmisher, and he doesn't seem to actually carry a sword. So yeah, this big block of wood that you can hit somebody over the head with at least. So these are the other ones. We can see the drummer, and we can see another guy who looks to be parrying a shot. And we've got the, two-hander axeman there. So, as you can see with the shield's quite nice and cleanly sculpted. You can make out the individual rivets and the fasteners on his leather straps. So, let's just flip it over. Yeah, you can make out his teeth and everything. So these are actually pretty decent, you know. So as far as I'd say, in summary, definitely not as good as the pike set in terms of actual like appeal, but in terms of just having some typical swords and shields troops, a valuable addition. So even if you don't plan on doing any wargaming with them and you just want to make a diorama or just collect them, paint them, display them, these aren't bad, you know. You could do a whole lot worse, and for the price that they are, yeah, you could do worse. So these are all ready to get sprayed, which I'm going to do in about 5 minutes. I'm going to spray them while the sun's still shining. And with that, my friends, I will bid you a good evening. Thanks again for watching. I do enjoy checking out the analytics and all that. I like to see that I've got some returning viewers. So yeah, thanks a lot. I'll keep churning these videos out because I have a massive pile of shame. So yeah, have a good one, guys.